Hey friends, welcome back again to Netcode-Hub channel. I told you in the previous video that I'll be coming to you with another video of creating, packaging, and integration of Razor class library as a NuGet package. Now in this video, we are going to dive into it, how to create this class library, how do you publish it, how do you upload to NuGet.org, and how do you consume it, how do you install it into your project and start using. That is what this video is going to talk about. Before we get started, if you know you have not subscribed to this channel, please do so because you have a lot of informative content for you. The source code of this project will be available, so if you want to grab it, you can also check it out from the video description. Now, this project that we're going to do, we're going to package it as a NuGet package. We're going to put it to the NuGet.org, and this is going to be our first package that we're going to publish, and you can use it. Okay, so after watching this video, if you want to have a confirmation box, simple one, then it's better going for the Netcode-Hub NuGet package. And I'll give you the link to do that, okay? Alright, so quickly let's dive into it. So I have my Visual Studio 2022 launch, as you can see on the screen, and we're going to create a new project here. So this project that we're going to create is going to be a Razor class library, as you know. So click on this. Let's go for the library. In that, we choose this Razor class library. The name of this package is going to be, let me say, Netcode-Hub dot confirmation dialog. Okay, so Netcode-Hub dot, let me add this package. So I'm going to have many packages. Now this package is about confirmation dialog. Okay. Now this is the name of the project that I'm going to create with this class library. Confirmation dialog. I don't want to make mistake here. So take note. Don't you also make any mistake. Because it's going to be outside globally and everybody, even you can have access to this. Choose .NET 8 and then click on create. So the next thing that we are going to do here is, you can see that we have this warning symbol here. It means we have to rebuild this solution so we can have all the packages or default NuGet package get installed, configured, and now ready to be used. Now let's see. So restart. Let's wait for everything to get completed. Then we're going to start the work. Alright, so mine is completed. What of yours? Is yours also done? Good job. Now let's move on. So in the www root folder, we want to organize this work, isn't it? So I'm going to right click on this and I'll add a new folder to this. I'm going to make it as JS. Okay. Now this JS, I'm going to add a class. So add a new item. Let's see if this, you can have JavaScript file in here. Okay, so we are not having the JavaScript. So it tells you that we have to create it somewhere else and I'll bring it here. Okay, so let's see if I can have the same JavaScript file somewhere else and I'll bring it in here. Okay, so I have a file in here. Let me just grab this and now paste it here. Okay. Okay, so we click on this dialog.js and instead of this method, I want to overwrite this and modify it a little bit. I'm going to tweak a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to have this window.show dialog, the function document.getElement by ID, the same thing, just that here, as you can see from the difference that I made to it. So I'm going to clear this one, making us, yeah, that's fine. Okay, so we'll save this and I'm going to close this up. Okay, so you have a script ready. What's the next thing to do? We need to create a component to consume the scripts and try to use that. So we right click on this, we go to add new folder, and I'm going to say this is going to be components. Okay, so with this component, what we're going to do here is we're going to add one, and this is going to be confirmation component or confirmation. Okay, so let's say confirmation Okay, so confirmation. All right, so this is going to be the component name confirmation. Click on add. So the reference here is going to be Netcode-Hub.packages.confirmation dialog dot. Is it component or is it package? Okay, so that confirmation. All right, so this is the component itself. Now fine, never mind, you can also do yours, but this is what I want to use. Okay, so once we have this, what's the next thing to do? We need to inject IJS runtime, and here, because we're going to be using JS to call a method in it, so we inject this one, and we have our dialog here. Now the dialog that we're going to create, you want to make it customizable, or you want to make it dynamic, so you want the user to specify the message that you want to. Maybe this is going to be a confirmation box, so yes, I think confirmation box. Let me add a box to it. Confirmation box. This sounds better, right? So with this, or confirmation model. I think, you know, I'm a little bit confused now with the name. What do you think? Confirmation model. Well, is it model or modal? It's gonna be modal, isn't it? Okay, so now we have this. We want to specify that the user can specify its own custom message. We don't want to be static here. We want to be flexible. We want the user to pass in. You call this method, and I'm passing an own message that you want to pass in. After that, if I click on cancel, nothing going to happen, because for cancel, nothing must happen. But as soon as I click on confirm, then we need to communicate to the parents. Okay, so how do you do that? You're going to handle this. You can use that. You can handle this using actions or event callback. Okay, now what do you have with action? It does not have status change event, but with the event callback, it does have. So maybe let's use this event callback. Okay, so the first thing to do here is we are going to create show message. That's going to be for the code section. So our code section here, we have show message. Then we're going to invoke this method. That is the script that we created. Aside from that, we have a parameter, two parameters here. One's going to be the event callback, and one's going to be the parameter for the message. So this is going to be the instruction of the message. So let me make it as an instruction. So this is an instruction. Copy this, and in here we're going to paste it as instruction. That's fine. Okay. Then we have an event callback. If I click on this, then we want to invoke this. Very simple one. Okay, that's what we are doing. Let's close it. So we are done with our component. Now, if we check our component well, you can see that we have a public method that we're going to call. Now, this is going to be a private method. So these are all private, and only this is going to be public. So we can just be specific here as private, so we can have access to this outside the scope of this. That's fine. Okay, so now we are done with this one. But before we want to publish this, I think we have to try this and see if it is working. What do you think? That would be a good idea, right? So let's click on solution. Then let's add a new project. We're going to add web app. So let's add web app. Or let's finish first. I think we have to finish this. So now we have this. We can build this. So I click on this. Let's go to build solution. Let's wait for this to get built. So while this is done, you can see build succeeded. We are going to publish this app. Okay, this package that we have. So we go to package manager console, and I believe you know where to find yours. Click on view. No. Tools. Manage NuGet packages, and I can see it's over here waiting for you. Okay, so here, what's the name? We can just copy the name of this class, then come to the package manager, and now here we're going to paste this. But before we do this, we know we have to, so let me just cut this one. Okay, so let me cut this one, and then there's going to be CD, and I think no, we don't have to. So we have to first use this package name first, because you have to open this, change the directory, so we can have access to the CS project. So if you click on, or if you type in ls, you can see we have all the CS project in here. That's what we want. Okay, so now let's publish this. Now let's make it publish. So we're going to copy this. We have to copy the name here. That's going to be the class library, and in here just paste it and click on it. You can see in the release folder. So click on this. This is going to run the application and it's going to build this app for you. Let me try to locate where this is going to be found. So the packages. Okay, so let's say all restored, and now let's wait to see if it's going to make success here. So you can see that this is done. Now I want to check the root of the project. I think you can find it here. So if I open this, go to the bin, and now you can see we have release folder. Now we have this package in here. So this is a package that we have created, and you can see it has the extension of the NuPkg. But whilst building this package, we did not add any information to this. So let's go and do that quickly. We right click on this project, we go to properties, and now with the properties, what can we do here? So we can specify all the other info that you want to specify. But for now, let's go down here and I'll try to specify these ones. You can find them down here. That is it. So this is going to be the package ID, netcode.package.confirmation dialog. Okay, so this is going to be the package name. Now the title here, actually I want to make the same title, so I want to put the title in here. Now from the version 1.0.0 is okay. The assembly name is also going to be this Netcode-Hub. This is assembly name. Alright, so assembly name, yeah, the same thing. Now the author is going to be, let's say this Netcode-Hub. Netcode-Hub. So there's a company. And now the products, that's the Netcode package.confirmation description. And maybe the author, I would like to pass in my name and you. So I'm going to say Frederick and you. So your name, you watching, we made it together, right? So and you, you, and it's again, let's say others. Okay, so these are the people who contributed, you and I and others. Okay, now let's say this is a confirmation model with event callback method. So which contains custom message as instruction. Okay, so this is a confirmation model with event callback method which contains custom message as instruction, and we can say built with .NET 8 model element. That's fine. So copyright, this is going to be at 2024, and I'm going to say Netcode-Hub. Okay, so for the other icons and icon image, should be 1 megabyte and etc. So maybe for this we can actually decide to pass in any image at all. Okay, it's going to be 128 by 128 recommended. And for the tags, so we can have Netcode-Hub, and I'm going to have a confirmation. There's going to be a model. I'm going to have Blazor. I'm going to have web app. Well, you can add a lot to this. And release notes. So this is first of its kind. So try it out. It's amazing. So we did it together, isn't it? So you guys should try this out. And do recommend this for people to also try this out, okay? Let's see the first person to install this. Okay, so now this is what we have, isn't it? So now we can save this again. That's fine. Then we can close this, and we see we have all of them being installed in here. So confirmation, forgotten the N. I believe you saw this, isn't it? Yeah, so Frederick, you and others. There's a confirmation modal with event callback method. Okay, so everything is working as expected. You want to maintain this. Now let's build this and we can publish this again. So it is ready. Now let's do this once again. So .NET pack netcode package confirmation.cs project. Then let's build this once again. Alright, so when we check, we can see we have it here, and the data that we provided, that's going to be the metadata which is going to be added to this package. Okay, so when you are done, open your browser and now go to we have it in here. Go to NuGet.org and now sign. As you can see, I've signed in here. And now when you sign in, click on this. Then you go to an API keys. You don't have to go to API keys. Click on manage packages. Then with the packages, you see we have published packages. So in here I have two published packages, but these are the test one that I use. So with this, I can remove this from here. Okay, but for now, let's see. When I go to upload, then we can just go in there and upload this file in here. So with this, browse or drop a file to upload. So you just have to go in there and now drag and drop this, the package that we installed or we published. So you can see it's saying that the license here it is missing and a whole lot, as you can see from this, but never mind. What we need is what we have set. So maybe we can decide to actually add some little bit in here and now click on submit. So let's click on submit. Now as soon as you click on submit for the first time, this package is going to be under unlisted. When it's under unlisted, it tells you that you cannot find this in the search. So let's see. Now you have the owner in here, we have the type that we provided, that is a copyright that we specified, as you can see from here. Now when you go to packages, so let's see, go to manage packages, and here you can see from this we have unlisted packages, and this is the one that we did it, right? So if I click on this, it has no certificate now, never mind. And in here you can see the .NET 8, so that's going to be the framework and dependencies, everything here. You can just read about this with the version as well. So download is nothing, current version is 0. So per day average, nothing is there because you're going to be the first person to have a look on this. Okay, now let's see if from this we can go to maybe which one? So from this unlisted, we have this in here, right? And maybe we can click on this to check. Now that's going to be the owner. So that's Frederick, me. Then there's a version. So a version here, it is okay. So version, this version here, it is 1.0.0.0. So there's no version attached to this. Let's see. Now when you go to versions, save this. Let's go to listings, and now this is a version. Then here it can be found in the search. Click on save, and now readme. So you can actually pass in something in here, some info that you want to get read by the user. You can click on that. Okay, so let's see, it is still here, but let's try to check. So this is going to be the package name, Netcode-Hub.package.confirmation dialog. So if we click on this, that is a package reference that you can use to search for this, right? So we're going to click on, we're going to copy only this one, then copy this like this as I've copied. Let's minimize this. Then we're going to create another project. Okay, so I'm going to click on file, then new project, And with this project, I'm going to create a Blazor web app, and I'm going to say test package. So this test package, I'm going to click on next, and interactive server, that is fine. Click on create to get this project created. While this project has gotten created, right click on dependencies. Now click on manage NuGet packages, and in here what you should do here is click on the browse tab. Let's paste in our package like this, and now let's make sure maybe you check this one. So you can see Netcode-Hub.packages.confirmation, and I'm by Frederick, and now you, the one watching, this is your name, right, and others. This is a confirmation model with event callback method which contains custom message as instruction, right, built with .NET 8 model element. Fantabulous. You can see, so Frederick, you and others, everything is here. Click on this and let's get this package installed. So this is going to be the name of this package, so you to try to install and now use it in your application. Very simple one and easy to also implement. I'm going to show you how to implement this. So let's first install this and see if everything is working as expected. Yeah, that's fine. Fantastic. So you can see finish. So when you check dependencies, check the packages, and you can see we have this package stored in here peacefully. Oh, that's fine. Okay, so what's the next thing to do? Now we go back to our page. Now go to the components, and I can see from here we have this app.razor. We need to include the reference in there. That's going to be this. Is it the script? Yes, the script. So how do you include the script? Let's see how to include that. So what I'm going to do here is, on top of this, we can actually include this. Now you see it's just a TypeScript, and now here it is a content / Netcode-Hub .packages. Don't forget packages. So .packages .confirmation dialog, right? So that is a confirmation dialog /js/dialog.js. Because when you check the package, let me try to open that for you to see. So when you check this one, you can see we have this www folder. Now the package name is netcode-hub.packages.confirmation dialog, and that's what we have in here. Now when you open this, we have a folder called, when you open the, you can see we have a folder called JS, and that is the JS that we have specified in here. And I want to open this, we have a file called dialog. So that's what we have in here. Okay, so we need to include this when the page runs, so we can import this into the frame of the browser, so we can have this method work. Okay, so once you're done, let's implement the component. So we have to give this instruction under the page, under the readme, so that as soon as you install it, you can actually read and know what you're supposed to do with it. Okay, but for now, let's maintain this. Let's go to the home, and now let's implement this component. So first of all, let's include the namespace, so it's at using, then have Netcode-Hub.packages, have you seen, .confirmation dialog.component. So that's the folder name that we created. And aside from doing this, we can just go ahead and use this confirmation model. Have you seen? Good. So we have this. Now this method has some parameters: handle, confirm, and our instruction. So what is going to be the instruction? That is the message that you want to pass in. And what is going to be the handle confirm? That is that click on confirm. So here, let's say this is confirm, and now here, this is the instruction. Now let's create two methods to handle this. Down here, we're going to have this code section, and let's have a prop, and this is going to be our string, and they're going to be the instruction. Okay, and here confirm is going to be a method. We're going to return an event callback. As you can see, it's an event callback. So we're going to say void, then event callback, it returns nothing. So meaning here it is confirmed. As soon as this method gets invoked, it tells you that this is confirmed. The person clicked on confirm. Now let's make this render mode as interactive. Render mode as interactive server. And also after doing this, let's have message in here. So maybe you can decide to, well, you can have a message to bind this, or maybe we can have this instruction is equal to, let's have, are you sure you wanna do this? Okay, so this is going to be the instruction that we're going to actually call, right? We pass in the instruction here. Okay, so maybe we can use this to present the instruction, and now this message means confirm. So here, this is supposed to come at this place. Confirmation model must come here. So let's say this confirmation model. Then we say confirmation model. Let's make this as nullable. Then in here, we can talk about this. Let's say, let's have a method in here to clear. So we're gonna have string message is equal to, let's say this is something to clear. So something to be cleared, right? Okay. Then let's display this message in here. So let's say this is an H1. Then we say there's a message. We display it here. Then we have a button down here. So at the normal instance, maybe you have to implement a database, a data grid, or a list of data that you want to delete it and then call this. But for now, I want to show you how to get the NuGet package installed and so utilize it. So this method or this example here is okay for this. Let's have btn danger. Then we're going to say on click, and I'm going to say clear this, okay, or delete this. So delete or clear anyone. That's not clear will be understandable. So clear. Now let's create a method in here. And we say this is void clear, and now in here we're going to say that confirmation this has a method known as show message, right? And now before we show message, we need to set up this. Oh, okay, we need to set up this instruction. So let's copy this, and now here we're going to paste in the instruction in here. Okay, then we're going to say that, are you sure you wanna do this? Okay, then confirmation dot show. So we set up the instruction in here, then we pass in this method. Okay, we show the text box. Then this is the method, so clear must be this. Copy this and I will place it here. Okay, so this is set. Now if the user clicks on cancel, nothing going to happen. But when the person clicks on confirm, then this method is going to get invoked. It means you're making this Razor component interactive, and NuGet package is interactive, right? It's going to return a response accepting something as a parameter, and also return a response to us. So we have in and out. You see that in? Fine. Okay, so in here, if this button is clicked, then you want to set this message to, let's say, to empty. Yeah, that's what we are doing. In a normal sense, you have to maintain, or you have to call this from the database and call an API service and remove that specific item, right? But we don't want to do that. We want to just clear this, and that's what we are doing. So let's save this and let's try this and see if this is actually going to work for us. All right, so our component is now ready. So let's first check if the script has been loaded to the frame. So click on this application. Now you have this dialog, so .js, you can see it has been loaded in here. That's fine. Let's close this. So if I click on, let's see what happens. Click on this. You must have this pop-up, but we are not having this. Have you seen? We are not. Why are we not having that? Oh yeah, it is not working because we did not make a reference to this component. So when this component renders initially, it's going to create this as a null component, and we want to call this method. So it's not going to call. So quickly we can just make a copy of this and then use this as ref attribute. Then in here we're gonna paste this here. That's all that we need to do. Now let's run this application and check it out. So we're gonna use Microsoft Edge. Now let's run this and see. Oh, okay, so now let's try it and see. If I click on this, yeah, so I say I want to do this. If I click on cancel, nothing happens. See, as soon as I click on confirm, it's going to clear the content in here and I can close it up. So I'm going to refresh it again, something to be cleared. Now clear this. I usually want to do this, so it's going to confirm, and as soon as I click on that, you can see it gets cleared. So the same thing applies to if I click on this. Now if I click confirm, let's put a breakpoint here and I'll see what this is actually doing. So I put a breakpoint to this, and now this method is going to hit as soon as I click on confirm. Let's see. So I click on confirm, and now this event or this method gets hit, as you can see. So if this gets hit, then you can actually call database service, and I remove it, and I'll continue with the preset that you want to actually do. Now I can also change this text in here. Maybe this is the instruction. You can change the instruction to any type of message that you want to display, and now this is just actually a confirmation box that you can use. Yeah, so try using this component that you and I have built together as a NuGet package. Try installing it and now using it together. Maybe later on I'm going to write the instruction to it, the JavaScript file that you need to make a reference to, and now how to go about this in the readme description in that page. Yeah, maybe you can have a look on that as well. But for now, you know how to use it, so try to use that as well. And you know how to also integrate it, publish it, and the NuGet package or class, Razor class library as a NuGet package, and integrate it into your application too. That is it for this video. Thanks so much for watching. I believe you've learned something here. If you've done that, then please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't also subscribed, then also do subscribe to help this channel grow as well, so you can also receive more informative videos. Alright, so catch you again. Till then, take care.